CQDX 2 Division, UDX 483, QRZ.
UDX 483, it's Romeo Golf 0427.
Romeo Golf 0427, how are you today, my friend?
I'm not doing too badly. Yourself? I'm just trying to keep warm up here in Canada.
I hear you, I do. Well, get if that's the twos, get closer to the twos because you're doing 5 and 8 here in the Carolinas, so you must be generating a little bit of heat.
Just a tiny little bit, yeah. You're making it S9 and perfectly clear, clean sounding audio, my friend.
Roger, Roger. You bumped the 9 on that one and came back to the 7. So yeah, conditions are goofy here lately, but hey, I'll take them. They're conditions.
Yeah, Roger that. Unfortunately, this is just a pretty short little skip for us, but I hope that you proceed and manage to get across the ocean someplace.
Well, I got Sao Paulo, Brazil, just a few minutes ago, but he was having a hard time hearing me, so I made him out fair. It was 5 and 7, but yeah, conditions were tough, so it is what it is. So is this Daryl 427 or?
Oh no, this is Dustin 0427.
Roger, Roger, Dustin. Yeah, the two of you together. Y'all aren't very far apart, are you?
We're about 1,000 miles apart, and actually I'm waiting to contact Daryl so I can get my first contact for a world radio number.
Oh, Roger. Oh, you're a world radio now?
Not yet, but I'm hoping to make my 2 contacts at least anyway.
Well, I hear you. Well, you shouldn't have much trouble other than conditions. You always sounded good when I hear you, that's for sure. Shoot, we're, what part of Canada are you out of?
Oh, I'm right in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Roger on to Winnipeg. Well, I'm 30 miles west of the east coast of South Carolina, just outside of Charleston, just like the dance to Charleston, QSL.
Yeah, QSL I'm at, and Winnipeg is just about 60 miles north of the U.S. border, right in the center of Canada.
Roger.
I'm quite certain that we've talked before. You do some video games, don't you?
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, we talked before. I think we've talked a couple times. I'm pretty sure I've got you out on my channel.
Yeah, I've definitely been on your channel at least once anyway, and since then I've upgraded radios. Now I've got a Yaesu FT BX10.
Wow, that's nice. I'd love to have one, but yeah, won't be donning my bench anytime soon.
Well, in a way, you kind of motivated me to get one because of the like doing a video gate with these Yaesus is just a beautiful, easy thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just they definitely have beautiful audio for sure, and that's what a 100-watt radio too, right?
Yeah, it's a 100-watt radio. I've just got it set down to 25 watts, and that's running through a little black box beside it here.
Roger on that. Boy, I saw an ad today on Facebook Marketplace, Face Crap Marketplace, what I call it. But if somebody was selling their dad's stuff, they had a Sears Road Talker Mobile, a unbranded tube amp, about the right size of what I'm looking for. They had a DNA Phantom, a Palomar 250, and another little mobile radio for $200, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, QSL on that. That app would have been probably worth that alone, that's for sure. And speaking of the Road Talker 40, that was my very, very first radio back when I was just a young teenager talking on with a Sears Road Talker 40 SSB.
Yeah, they're nice radios for sure. You know, I think they had the Uniden chassis, I believe is what they had in them. They're definitely good radios. But yeah, I was telling my wife, you know, that the DNA Phantom by itself, if the tubes were still in it, which I would imagine they probably were, just the tubes alone, somebody would give me $200 just to get the amp for parts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's getting rarer and harder to find some good old tubes like that. That's for sure.
I was interested in the other amplifier. Like I said, it was unbranded, but it looked like it was well built, and it was kind of compact in size. I was imagining what I was seeing was probably between about 300 and 500, and had sideband on it. That'd be exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I had a chance a couple weeks ago to pick up a Eastgate SB200, but I guess I kind of let it slip through my fingers.
Yeah. The money that everything that's on my bench has been either traded or I purchased with money from what I picked up and traded. So I haven't put any of my work money into my bench. That way nobody can say, oh man, we could have done this, we could have done that. You know, nope. This all came from my toys, my work. You know, it was none of that. So yeah, that's why I passed up some really good stuff that I really wish I'd have jumped on. But you know, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. The next time it will be.
Yeah, roger that, and I can say the same thing. Everything on my bench is, I've returned it with wheeling and dealing on the side, like buying things, fixing them up and selling them for profit, and just kind of recycling that money back into some of the radio equipment I have here. And yeah, that's definitely the best way to do it. It's what makes the hobby very interesting for me.
Yeah, I've got two really nice amps and one that's fairly nice. It's a Palomar Boomer Deluxe 400, and I've got a Texas Star DX350 HDV. It looks like brand spanking new. And I've also got an RM Station 550. It's the same as the RM KLV 500s, 550s. It's a solid state bass amp, sideband, and AMCW. It looks like brand spanking new. Still has tamper resistant decals on the side of it. And I never even plugged it up. I plugged it up to make sure it would power up when I got it, but I haven't transmitted anything through it. And the reason being this Anytone, you know, it dead keys at 10 watts and swings from there. And the Station 550, it's a half watt to 1 watt and swing about 12. So I got to go into the service menu to drop this thing back, and I just haven't brought myself to do that yet.
Yeah, roger that. I'm running an RM Italy KL503 HD, and I have absolutely no complaints about it. It does its job. I don't run it too hard. I just have it. It's outputting about 250 watts, and yeah, it always stays cool and works great.
Actually, what I want is the KL703. I think that ultimately would do everything that I want it to do. You know, I don't talk a lot of AM anymore, and I could keep probably the DX350 HDV would probably be great for AM with a different radio. But you know, I do more sideband than anything. I just enjoy it, and the The RM Italy's are really good for it. Now I have heard that I read on the that station 550, they said there was a flaw in the sideband that would cause them to buzz in the transmission. Now, does this one do it? I don't know. Has it been fixed so it won't do it? I don't know, but it's beautiful, man. It looks brand spanking new.
Yeah, those are very nice amps. But the with the 703, my buddy had one of those just like right in the same city here, and his inexplicably just exploded one day.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he was just having a regular conversation, local, not putting out too much power with it, and just out of nowhere, the box spec just let go and filled his basement with smoke.
Wow, yeah, that could really suck.
And then he replaced that with a Rocket Box 500 HDD and accidentally went to FM without changing the power level and blew that one up.
You know, I don't know how much YouTube you do, but Mower Junkie did the same thing. Was running FM on an old Palomar that he had. He'd been using for years and years, and popped a resistor in it, and he ended up getting it fixed. Some guy fixed it for him for nothing, just because of who he is. You know, real nice, likable guy anyway. But yeah, he did the same thing, switched over to AM, and said he was talking for nearly 30 minutes doing it. But it's one thing people don't realize. Yes, AM and FM, the amps will run, both of them, but FM is going to run about twice the heat that it will on AM.
Well, yeah, absolutely. There's so much more bandwidth that, yeah, it's just really pushing the power out.
Now, FM, I like FM as well. My very first contact with FM was Germany. My second was, within just a few minutes, was 150 miles south of the U.S.-Mexican border in Mexico City, to a gentleman that was a pastor of a church. He worked in the prison system during the week, and on the weekends he was pastor of a church.
Yeah, roger that. I've been playing around on FM from time to time as well, and yeah, I've made contacts all over the States for a few times that I've used it, and yeah, it sure is a nice sounding mode, and I'm pretty impressed with how far you can get out with it.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's a small group of people in the U.S. on FM, but it appears to be growing a little bit. I've only made 1 or 2 contacts this year on it. Every time I go over to FM, I don't hear anyone, but yeah, there's a small group that runs the net, and I've spoken with them a few times, but like I said, I've only made like 2 contacts on FM this year. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
You're kind of rolling out on me guys, and dropping down almost into the weeds. So I'm going to wish you 7 for you. We'll definitely chat again, and all the best to you and yours. The Romeo Golf 0427, operator Dustin. We're clear on your final.
Roger, Dustin. Yeah, dropping on this end too. You were coming up a little bit there on the end, but yeah, definitely good to talk to you again. We'll look forward to it again. I think I failed to remind you of my name, Steve, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo, of course, and 9 Romeo Golf 0427 Dustin. I definitely enjoyed it. Look forward to the next time, and we will do it again, I'm sure. UDX-483, that's my YouTube, if you don't remember that. And yep, I am running the camera, so I got some good audio for you. We'll say 73s, 51s, and until next time, click, 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 my friend.